Hello, everybody. This
Oh,
is AC the God, King AC, here with Gabriel Donovans. And we haven't done shit lately because we're busy men
not
now.
not videos like this.
We're
We're working
busy.
out.
We are
Yes.
busy men, and we can't record videos that often.
Yes, I'm working now.
But today, a lot of news on WWE 2K18 dropped. And obviously, we didn't do a video on Seth Rollins or Kurt Angle because, well, there was no reason to. It's a waste of time.
Honestly,
Everybody
no
else did it. Why do we need to do it? We're not
We're different.
we're not cash cows or anything.
Hell
So,
no.
Yeah, 2K18. Some stuff was released today because they had a developer meetup type thing with some people this past week. And I have a Forbes article here. Now, Gabe here hasn't heard a lot of this news. I haven't
No.
heard a little bit of it. I've heard some of it from Twitter. But obviously the tagline this year is "Be like no one," and the cover guy is Seth Rollins. So I'm gonna go bit by bit. We're gonna talk about it a little bit. It's gonna be a shorter video, just talking about some of the stuff released today.
Yes.
So I'm gonna read the section of the article, and then when I'm done, Gabe can give his reaction to some of the stuff. So let's start with my career, a mode that I fucking hated the last couple years. It's terrible. So
Fuck my career.
this is from a Forbes.com article. We'll put the link in the description if you want to read the whole article. But I'm going to read a little bit of it here. So they say one of the biggest new features is the ability to create a female character for your My Career journey this year.
Ooh, we
This
gotta
is-
do that.
This is a long overdue addition, and the news should be music to the ears of WWE 2K fans. While I'm excited to see the ladies get their due, I'm a little worried about repetitiveness. There aren't as many female superstars in the WWE, so the feud and matchmaking system will have to be strong to keep gamers from battling the same foes for extended periods of time.
Or have them fight men.
Perhaps that potential impediment can be overcome by the new progression and upgrade system in this year's
overcame.
mode. We didn't find out specifics, but the objective was to make upgrading your character more interesting this year. We'll likely learn more about this in the coming months. There will also be a new specification of fighting styles for your created superstar. We weren't told the names of the styles, but I believe there was a mention of high flyer, super heavyweight, and arts. There may be more, but it's an idea that appears to be loosely based on NBA 2K's archetype. This could be moving towards an esports concept, but more on that later. So I'm gonna stop there. We got a lot of information there, and we're not even halfway
Yeah.
through the My Career section.
Okay.
You can use females, which I don't think that's ever been a thing for any career mode in any WWE game, except for like No Mercy, obviously. But
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the last time you could do that.
all the more recent ones have never had a female. But it's cool, but yeah, it's not a big female roster, so
Not
I'm
at all.
not sure how well it will be able to play out for a long period of time. So they also talked about a progression system, which they didn't say much other than it's going to make upgrading your person more fun.
More funner.
I mean, I guess it's cool. Not really what I'm looking
Yeah.
for in a career mode.
It doesn't really pertain to us because
And
we're men. We're
Yeah.
men of men.
And finally, they're talking about the archetypes or the fighting styles. Now, in NBA 2K, this type of thing is something that a lot of people disliked about NBA 2K this past year. Because the archetype thing, it kind of... the way NBA worked out, I played NBA, obviously. You were given a certain archetype, like a three-point shooter or a post scorer. And, like, you
I
could
want a
max...
three-point shooter with Braun.
You can max certain stats and certain like upgrades, but then there were also things that you couldn't max out. So I'm assuming if it worked like that, like if you're a high flyer, obviously like power moves you wouldn't be able to like really boost up that high, but obviously like top rope moves and springboards you'd be able to boost up. It sounded like that a little bit.
Yeah, which would be good.
It could be cool because it seems
We'll
like
have to wait and see.
It seems like 2K is trying to move all their games into the esports, which is what that's meant for. But we'll get more on that a little later here. I know something that's coming up that we'll talk about in a few minutes, so I'm going to keep going
Ooh. Okay.
here. My Career will also feature free roaming in backstage areas. The amount of available locations will be expanded, but what you're able to do in these areas within My Career is still a mystery for now. In any case, free roam is a term WWE 2K fans have been dying to hear for a while. Now, just a little side note, I read another article that said they found out that this year, last year they had the backstage brawl where you could fight in the crowd and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this year, apparently, the areas you can fight in this year, in terms of the arena, 3 times more than we had last year.
Thank you, Jesus.
Moving along. We didn't get an opportunity to test gameplay, so I can't say how this wrinkle will add to the fun factor, but I'm excited about the possibilities. There will also be a new story for this year's My Career Journey. In 2K17, I checked out after around 20 to 30 matches as it was pretty repetitive and I grew tired of the lifeless promos. Thankfully, there is an upgrade coming to that aspect. It's called Promo Engine 2.0. This new feature wasn't discussed in detail, but it was announced. And then they go on to say that hopefully we'll be able to hear the superstars' voices and stuff, which could happen. But last but not least, there's a new My Career Online mode called Road to Glory.
I heard about that.
Things were especially hush-hush about this feature, but executive producer Mark Little seemed very fond of it. The development team seems to have high hopes for RTG, and I believe it could open the door to some sort of esports competitions. Fans could potentially be using their created wrestlers after they retire in My Career against other fans with real leaderboards and other measurables. This is pure speculation on my part, but it makes sense considering the introduction of the mode and the current climate of the sports gaming scene. So, that was the end of the My Career portion. First off, the whole free roaming thing. I liked it last year, and the fact that we were told that it's going to be 3 times more than last year, I think that's a lot of hope. And
More
the fact
hope than I could even imagine for, honestly.
And the fact that you can free roam in My Career outside of matches kind of is interesting. It kind of has a SmackDown and shut your mouth type feel to it.
Yeah, and Here Comes Me didn't have that. I'm stupid.
SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 had it. Kind of.
Yeah, they had like a GTA type thing.
Kind of.
With like Christian and stuff.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see on that. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is like, we can only speculate right now. It's not much we can really say about stuff like that because we haven't seen it in action.
We haven't seen anything. Yeah.
Moving along, news story. I read elsewhere that this year is going to be very implemented on storylines. So thank Jesus, because last year's My Career mode was fucking terrible.
Good thing I didn't play it. Oh, we tried to.
The promo engine's being revamped for a second year. I read another article that it's going to work more where whoever's doing a promo, it'll kind of be in their type of style.
Oh, really?
So, this is speculation, but what I read, it could be a rumor, could be facts. No one knows what they were told at the meetup. But one other person put in an article that, like, say if Seth Rollins is cutting a promo, and he'll probably be like, "I'm Seth freaking Rollins."
I'm Seth freaking Rollins.
So apparently, promos will be more to the person cutting the promo,
which I'm perfectly okay with. How would that work with creative superstars, though?
I don't know.
Would those get repetitive after a while, or is that just gonna?
I don't know. Maybe for making a character, you'll be able to like select certain traits and stuff.
Oh, kind of like in the old SmackDown vs. Raw games, where you could like choose like their voice and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
For season mode and all that nonsense.
Maybe that'd be cool. Well, finally, Road to Glory. I did read somewhere else something about Road to Glory. Give me a second, I'll find it real quick.
I see people talk about that, but I don't know if they were talking about. I don't know if they were talking about Supercard or not.
Just give me a second, and I can pull this up real quick. Because I did have something on it. What the fuck? God damn it. I lost the article I was
Son of a
at.
bitch.
I lost the article I was just at.
It's okay.
Here we go. I got it. Sorry, people. I'm just shooting the shit right now. Alright, so I think I have something here from earlier that I read. Let me just pull it up here. Where is it? Maybe. Oh, okay. Here we go. My Career returns and will feature a more serious story. As the last game was criticized for its somewhat sprawling nature, the next attempt at building your character's career will be more concise and narrative-driven than its predecessor. The main reason for this different approach to the story is the inclusion of the brand new Road to Glory mode, one of the new forms of online content for My Career. While the developers were tight-lipped on mentioning just what this offers, they stated that My Career story is the lead-up to Glory mode, which is the endgame of sorts for My Career.
Ooh.
Along with the expanded My Career comes new changes to the core gameplay. In addition to Promo Engine 2.0, an upgraded and more accurate take on the wrestler's trash-talking dialogue system from 2K17, the fighters now go through a brand new progression system which yield unlockable upgrades and perks after matches. To encourage flexibility, the upcoming roster has been... Okay, well, stop there. Don't want to get ahead of myself. They're moving along.
Don't want to talk about too much crazy rumors here.
So, yeah, Road to Glory is just the lead-up to... Well, My Career is the lead-up to Road to Glory, apparently, which means maybe it's a story that takes place online?
That'd be cool. That'd be different. You've never seen that before.
Yeah. So,
I think it'll branch off for more options, so like endings of matches and stuff. It won't be as determined, like, yo, you're going to win this for sure kind of thing.
So, moving along to the Creation Suite section. The Creation Suite is the strongest aspect of WWE 2K17, but that doesn't mean it was perfect. Apparently, the dev team knows that, and they have added layers to the already strong feature. There will be a new Create a Match option that serves a better idea of match editor concept. There will also be more options for Create a Superstar, Create a Video, and Create an Arena. Gamers will finally be able to save and edit highlights with a free roaming cam and filters. YouTubers everywhere are rejoicing. Any content creator who uses WWE 2K will probably have a ball making entrance videos and montages with the new tools.
Finally, dude. Make Universe. Give some depth to Universe, at least.
To put the icing on the creation's cake, it has been confirmed that there will be a new and improved community creation search system. Finally.
Fucking great, dude. I'm tired of seeing the same Jeff Hardys and shit on fucking community creations.
Creation Suite, I was trying to say. Has all the same stuff, just updated with some new options, and there's Create a Match now, which I guess is pretty cool.
Yeah. Dude, anything different is fucking open for me. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but definitely I'm happy about the community creations having a new search engine. That's fun. That's great.
Fucking, it was needed.
So moving along.
After last year, for sure.
Moving along to graphics and presentation. The dev team has made it a point to try and make recent 2K games the most realistic wrestling titles. This one is no exception. We were told this will be the most realistic wrestling game ever. How are they going to accomplish this feat? This year's game will feature a new graphics engine with deferred rendering. There are new lighting and camera effects.
Deferred rendering?
Deferred.
I'll say.
There are new lighting and camera effects too. We saw one video with footage of 2K18, and it showed the difference in Randy Orton's entrance from 2K17 and 2K18. I could see an improvement, but it wasn't quite as drastic as I hoped. That said, it was a split screen, and it's possible I needed to see the entire screen to grasp the full effect. In any case, it still looked more solid than last year. The commentary has been catastrophic in 2K games, but we were promised this year's game would offer better audio. There's a partially new team handling the duties. Michael Cole returns, but he is joined by Byron Saxton and Corey Graves. According to Little, the dev team received a firmer time commitment from voice talent, and they were able to record higher quality lines with a more organic feel. We'll also see new arenas and chants, and if you were wondering about the ring announcer, JoJo was confirmed for that role. There were some talks about this year's soundtrack, but we expect more information about the curator or track list in the near future. So, graphics, not really my most important thing in the game.
Yeah, I'm not really a graphics guy.
But,
I've never really been a graphics guy.
You know, it's nice to have a game that looks good. I've always liked how the games looked. I've never hated how they looked. But
it's better than fucking the N64 games.
Yeah.
Well, not play through us. Like, graphics don't mean shit to me if the gameplay is good. You know what I mean? Which I'm pretty sure is what a lot of people would think.
If this year's gameplay is good, then good on them for upgrading the graphics even more.
Yeah, that just adds on to the experience, but if you can put on a good playable game.
But 2 thumbs up for a new commentary team. I'm so sick of JBO and
hell yeah, dude. I was so done with that.
While Byron Saxton's not my favorite, him and Corey Graves is definitely an upgrade.
Looks like Soup's gonna be on his diet for the foreseeable future.
And according to another article I read, they have spent more hours than ever filming like commentary lines and stuff. And they actually did it all together, so it sounds like they're in the same room.
Oh, so it sounds like they're actually sitting at a table.
Yeah.
Actually commentating.
And JoJo, being the ring announcer, kind of assumed it would be her, so.
Yeah.
So
I was kind of hoping it would be her.
That's all for the updated graphics and presentation. Not much there. Moving along. We know Kurt Angle's in the game, and that's a good thing, but who else is new? Roster is always one of the biggest discussions and hot button issues whenever a WWE game is released. Once again, we're being promised the largest roster in 2K history. I pressed Little to give me a number, and I can confirm he told me the roster is between 170 and 200, closer to 200, superstars. That's huge, and with the franchise's usually strong creative superstar and diehard community creators, fans shouldn't be longing for any performer from the past or present. So, we're getting close to 200 people in this game.
Good.
Last year was in the 160s, which means the roster this year is going to be close to 40 more than last year, and that's not including DLC. So,
what?
Great.
Not including DLC?
They're talking about disc roster.
Fuck, dude.
Like day one
Which is
roster.
Good.
Must mean 205 Live and NXT have a big presence, I'm assuming.
Which I'm fine with.
Because if it's gonna be that much, I'd assume they're gonna have most of 205 in NXT. Not most of NXT, but a good amount from NXT.
At least, yeah, a good playable roster.
I mean, for NXT, I'm assuming your guys like Bobby Roode's gonna be in it. Gargano and Ciampa are probably gonna be in it. Authors of Pain are probably gonna be in it. Ember Moon, Peyton Royce, all of them are probably gonna be in it. I mean, there's a lot of names. Roderick Strong, maybe Drew Galloway, who knows? But moving along to Universe Mode, which is one that applies to us a lot.
Yes.
Universe Mode is another lightning rod for community conversation. Many of the questions I took from Twitter followers were associated with Universe Mode. Universe Mode is returning, so I can confirm there is no GM Mode, but I'm not sure that's a bad thing. There's no reason Universe Mode can't function the way GM Mode used to in previous games. Little said this year's Universe Mode will feature an expanded story system with rewritten logic to several different types of wrestling universes. There will be organic stories that can be initiated by the user as opposed to canned situations that take the booking control out of the user's hands. Universe Mode will recognize the brand split by default, but it appears there's a way to override that, as has been the case in previous versions of the mode. There will be no annual draft in Universe Mode to distribute superstars to different brands, but this is possible to be done if you want to manually do it at the year's end. So you can trigger storyline stuff now instead of stupid shit happening for no reason. You can now have a say somewhat in what happens, which is good.
Good.
I'm gonna go to the other article real quick and see what they had to say about Universe Mode. With the recent brand split and roster reshuffling resulting in some major changes to the different divisions, such as Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and 205 Live, many storylines and plans for the weekly shows went through some substantial updates. Because of this, the Universe Mode in 2K18 has evolved out of the static storytelling of its predecessors. Moving away from the format of one pay-per-view every 4 weeks of live shows from previous years, the general progression in 2K18's changes to Universe Mode intends to be much more fluid and organic, featuring a lot of surprises to match the current pace of WWE's TV and pay-per-view schedule. That's all I had to say about Universe Mode there.
It's kind of vague, but okay.
Yeah.
To a point.
So again,
if they're improving it, that's fine.
Yeah.
That shit needs to be updated, overhauled.
Yeah, and again, they slightly mentioned NXT and 205 Live, so that you can tell there's going to be some sort of presence in the game. I'd assume the big name cruiserweights are going to be in there.
Like Brian Kendrick, fucking Cedric, Tozawa, Neville.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Not much about Universe Mode, but you know we're going to do it anyways, so.
Yeah, it's no question.
So we move on to the biggest and final section of this article, gameplay. Gameplay has also...
the most important part.
Gameplay has also seen noteworthy attention. There's a new carry and drag system that can be initiated dynamically. The reversal of certain moves can trigger an opportunity for one superstar to carry an opponent around the ring or arena. Picture this, a Hurricane Rana being reversed into a powerbomb, but the reversing superstar carries his victim around before dropping them. The carry system has a time limit before the superstar who is being carried can break out of the predicament. A new position feeding system will also be introduced. Certain moves will leave a recipient in an ideal position for a follow-up move. Conceptually, it's almost like a combo in a fighting game, only it's not going to be as quick. Think like Randy Orton, or I'm trying to think of something that would be along those lines. So it's like, say, who has a move that like they do something and then that falls up into their finisher? Say like, okay, you know how the Miz has his corner clothesline, where he runs in the corner and clotheslines them. Think of that, and like instead of falling, they're groggy, and he goes right into the skull crushing finale. Or no, think like the Miz is like when he knocks him down and kicks him in the head, go for the neck breaker, but instead of going for the neck breaker, he goes for his finisher.
Okay, that makes
kind of like that. Anyways, as mentioned before, the number of backstage areas has been expanded. A loading dock and garage have been confirmed, and for the first time,
loading dock, fuck yeah, dude. And for the mercy stretch.
For the first time in 2K history, you'll be able to fight in backstage brawls online.
Ooh.
One of the last things to mention is the expanded match types. WWE 2K18 will support 8-man and woman matches.
Yeah, I saw that today.
That's been one of the most requested features, and it's coming to this year's game. Confirmed is 8-man tag, 8-man ladder, 8-man battle royals, and more to come.
Good. Also, I don't see what the problem was to make that in the first place.
Also, the new Elimination Chamber has been confirmed. The Royal Rumble has also been revamped. Ooh. There's new AI for CPU-controlled wrestlers in the Rumble, and fresh animations for the match. On paper,
fresh boys.
There looks to be a ton of fresh content and ideas in the way for 2K18. Stay tuned to hear about the latest details as they become available. 2K18 releases October 17th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC and Nintendo Switch versions coming soon after. So, that was a lot of stuff to take in there. I'll go one by one. The carry and drag system. It's not something I ever wanted, but it sounds...
I never even heard of that.
Well, okay, so it's... Like they said, think of someone going for Hurricane Rana. Think of Callisto going for Hurricane Rana on Braun, but Braun reverses it into a powerbomb, and he walks around with him before dropping him.
Okay.
Think of it like that. Or like someone does a cross-body springboard to Brock Lesnar, but he catches them, puts them in F5, walks around, and then drops them.
Alright, I can see how that could be useful. It would just look nice for shit, but...
The position system, we already talked about that. It's like a combo, so it's like if Orton like hits somebody and then they turn around into an RKO. Something like that. Again, not really something I really wanted, but I guess it's cool.
I never thought it'd be something that I want, but the sound of it sounds kind of cool, actually.
Backstage areas being expanded, great. And it's online, great. I need to get a PS4, great. 8-man matches is the biggest thing in the entire article, I believe. We've been asking for 8-man matches for almost 20 years.
The last time we got a 8-man match was Shut Your Mouth.
Not even. Shut Your Mouth didn't have 8-man, did it? Shut Your Mouth had 6-man.
Oh, no. Just Bring It. Just Bring It has 8-man.
Yeah. So it's been... It's
been a while. It's been over 99, almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. So
crazy.
The fact that they're doing 8-man tags, ladders, battle royals, and more being announced later. There's a lot of possibilities. You could have 4-team tag team matches finally. That's something a lot of people wanted, although I won't be playing those.
Dude, I want just the fucking just the 3-man tag matches so I can do the ladder match with the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian.
Mm-hmm. The new Elimination Chamber, you had to figure that was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't they put that in there? The Rumble being improved is great because the Royal Rumble got very stale and boring. So, anything they can do to improve that is better.
Will be fine with me.
And then, while not confirmed, PC and Switch versions are being rumored. So, if you have a PC
Switch
or a Nintendo Switch,
sweet. Switch
that's
boys.
for you. I'll be getting it on Xbox One and PS4 most likely.
I'll be getting it on PS4. That's what I have currently at the moment.
Yeah, I have an Xbox One, so I'll probably get it first for that, but I'll probably eventually get a PS4 so I can play with Gabe. So, I'm going to go with the other article and make sure I didn't miss anything. Let me just make sure there wasn't anything that we didn't miss. Okay, here's something. Key parts of the submission system have been reworked and overhauled entirely, making it easier to learn and use. In addition to an overhauled dragging system, a new carrying system, blah, blah. I think that's about all. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Oh, there's also be mixed gender matches, like mixed tag matches, so.
I want to be able to suplex Sasha Banks as Braun Strowman if I want to. Fucking shit.
So there you go.
Why is that so hard to get?
That's all the information we got on 2K18 today. It's a lot of information today.
A lot more than I was expecting from 2K for sure.
I wasn't.
It sounds like one of something. It sounds like it could be one of the best 2K games, but I'll have to wait and see. Of course.
I want to see gameplay.
Yeah, I want to see this in action before.
If I can see gameplay, I'll be happy.
Any type of excited.
Yeah. So
honestly, that's what I gotta do.
So that's all, folks. We'll be getting the game. We're playing it most likely. I don't see why we wouldn't get the game. But we're hoping to do a midnight release, but it depends on our work schedules.
Yeah, if it'll allow that for us.
Yeah, but most likely we might be able to. Depends, because we're both going to be working mornings, most likely.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you all for watching. Who knows if we're streaming this Friday?
I probably might, because I work morning.
I'm not. I'm going to see Spider-Man on Friday.
Yeah, I work morning Friday, so I'll be able to.
So who knows? We'll keep y'all updated. Follow us on Twitter. Everything's going to be in the description. The links to the articles that I spread will be in the description. And anyone in the comments, leave a like and feel free to talk in the comments about the game. And our question of the week is, what are you looking forward to in WWE 2K18? So thank you all for watching, and bye. Say bye.